guys we'll have listed as out are Lucas Yang and Mike Remmers. Everybody else is good to go. Chris was back today, so he was out of practice. Other than that, we look forward to playing the Raiders. We know they're a good football team, and our guys have prepared that way. And not only is it the rivalry part of it, but it's also that they're very skilled offensively and defensively and on special teams. So that you always got to do is turn the tape on to see that. So anyways, with that, time's yours.
Well, first to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Coach, you welcomed back Clyde Edwards-Helaire to practice this week. How did he look to you, and what's your comfort level in him potentially returning this week?
Yeah, no, listen, he looked good. He worked hard. It's kind of just getting back in the flow of things. So that's where we're at, and he did a nice job with it.
Let's go next to Todd Lebo. Go ahead, Todd.
Coach, we've seen around the league some of the teams having some more kind of COVID, either false positives or positive tests come up. Have you guys had to change anything you're doing above and beyond the protocols you guys are doing already in-house? Or have you had any new message for the players to kind of like buckle down right now to make sure you don't have those issues?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're entering that cold and flu season anyways, and then you add the COVID into it, and you got to take care of yourself, make sure you get enough rest and all those things. We've exhausted the COVID things and try to keep reminding, but it's a strange disease, and we all know, but be as safe as we possibly can. Yeah.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Andy, just checking on Clyde. Any chance that he's going to be up on Sunday?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, listen, he worked all week, and I'd probably tell you it's probably a stretch at him, just to throw it out there to you. But if he does, don't hold me accountable on that.
Go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Coach, similar question. How game ready did you guys estimate that Kyle Long might be to getting back in the mix here?
Yeah, he did kind of, the same thing as Clyde. I mean, he worked in there, and he rotated in with the offensive lineman, and it's just a matter of making sure he's in good football shape. Same type of deal.
Anthony, and I'll just have one quick follow-up, Brad. Was curious if you could walk us through, your triceps thing and how you're feeling now and how you kind of got better and back into the mix.
Oh yeah, I feel good. I worked with our trainers and stuff to get back right. I just had like a little bit of like a nerve damage / tricep to sprain, but I feel good last week. Got through the game healthy, staying on my strengthening part of it. But I mean, no one's 100% healthy at this time of year, so just working at it, getting better, and should be good to roll this week.
And then just during that 2-game stretch, Nick mentioned just how much of a teacher and guide you were. How proud were you to see him, do what he did for the defense during that time?
Yeah. I mean, he worked his tail off, and just because I wasn't playing, don't mean I wasn't in every single meeting and at every single practice. So I just take pride in what I do. So if I'm not out there helping on the field, I'm gonna be helping in the classroom and walkthroughs and practice. So I just told him everything I knew for that week, and he took it and ran with it. Played his butt off for those weeks and still playing well. So yeah, good for him.
We'll go next to Todd Lebo. Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, Brad, I'll have a follow-up as well. Anthony, when you're watching the game from the sideline, what sort of perspective can you gain on it as not a participant, right? Could you learn something from the time you had sitting out watching the actual game as it unfolded?
Yeah, football is football. Playing or watching, coaching, all the above. So there's always some pros and cons you can pull out of the game, and there's nothing really like a point that I can really like pull out for each game, but just overall, it's just how good we can actually be if everyone's on the same page, and that's just watching from the distance a little bit. Those couple weeks is there's times in each game where we looked great, and then there was times we didn't. So we was just trying to put in like 4 quarters together and demonstrate good ball, and we done that this past 2 weeks, and see how it helped us on the scoreboard, keeping these teams under 20 points.
And I wanted to follow up. You had some, social media interaction with fans or whatever on Instagram. Did you learn any lessons from that, or anything you can take away from that incident, I guess, on that one Friday night where everything kind of blew up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just a lot going on at the time. To be honest, I have no comment on it. If it's not really about the Vegas Raiders and us winning going forward, really no comment about it.
Let's go next to Matt McMullen. Good, Matt.
Hey, Anthony. It seems like you guys defensively have really gotten things going the last couple of weeks. And for you being out there last week, how much fun was it just to dominate defensively throughout the game?
Yeah, it feels good. All the work you put in and seeing your brothers put in the same work, and it shows on Sunday. Sometimes you don't show up in the first couple of weeks, 3 weeks. Sometimes it take the week 6 or 7, but when it does show up, it looks good. And everyone likes watching it and being a part of it. So all we have to do is just continue working and continue building off the weeks prior.
We'll go last to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hello, Anthony. I have 2 questions. The first one is, with having most of the guys healthy now, just how much has that improved the rest of the defense showing, or is there something specific that maybe from week 4 to week now that you think has been markedly different in helping you guys be more productive? And then I can rattle off.
To be honest, we haven't really changed nothing. We do got some guys that's a little more healthier now, and got our full 11 or 13 guys out there that we rotate guys around and things like that. So we didn't change nothing. We just kept working. We knew we have good players on our side of the ball, and we can get it done. We showed that in the past, in these past years, and we got a lot of the same guys. So we're a very confident group. And all we're going to do is keep working, and hopefully it shows up on Sunday. It always does it. It's not a guarantee that it's going to show up this Sunday or next Sunday, but we definitely put the work in, just waiting on it to show up, week in and week out.
And then lastly, you've been a part of this rivalry now for a few seasons. You've played against Derek Carr. Is there anything that you've gained from playing against him in the past? And is there anything noticeable or something that you'll have to be mindful of on Sunday, given that you guys play them twice a year?
Yeah, I mean, we play, like you said, we played him a couple of times here, and he's the key. When he's firing on all cylinders, they tend to win a lot of games. I think I seen a stat the other day is when I think he throws over 300 yards or so, they're 5-0, and under that, I think they're 0-3. So he's definitely the guy to make them go. So we got some things for him. I mean, he's a great quarterback when he's playing at that level, man. He's one of the best in this league. So we got some things for him. It was a little cat and mouse game between me and him, and just looking forward to it.
Noah, about halfway through your rookie season here so far, just how are things gone for you through your rookie year offensively, and who have you learned from most, do you think, offensively so far? And I'll have a follow-up too, Brad.
Yeah, no, I've learned a lot this rookie year. It's been, obviously a lot of ups and downs, but it's been great being around some of the guys like Trav, Pat, and even the other tight ends like Blake, Jody. So it's just been good. It's been a learning process for sure, being a rookie and just trying to pick up everything. But it's been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed my time here.
Matt, do you have a follow-up there? Oh, there you go.
Thanks, Brad. And everyone talks about obviously learning under Travis, but you've played a lot of special teams this year as well. Has there been someone on special teams you've learned from most this year so far?
Yeah, Dorian O'Daniel's been here for a while. Just watching him play the game. He's been doing it for a really long time. Been on special teams all 4 phases. So he's been really, really fun to watch out there. I've definitely taken a lot from him. Ben Neiman's another guy who's been here for a while doing kind of similar stuff on special teams. So I've been very grateful for those guys, being able to learn from them and have them kind of teach me different things and different techniques that they've picked up, especially because there's a little different nuances between the special teams here in college.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
No, when it comes to the tight end position, what can you look at specifically in training camp that, you're halfway through the season, you can say, okay, I'm specifically doing that better now, way better now than I was maybe back in training camp at St. Joe?
Yeah, I don't think I can point to any single thing. I think there's a lot of aspects that have kind of progressed as the time has gone, just because naturally you've been kind of around these guys longer. You've been able to pick their brains for longer. You've been able to figure out what you need to work on. So, in the run game and the pass game, there's been a lot of stuff that I felt like I've definitely progressed, that I've been able to learn from, and just a huge thanks to a lot of the other tight ends in the room, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
You know, I have two questions for you. In the tight end meeting room, what's it like to watch Travis, and then what's it like to sort of pick his brain, and what has maybe he shown you that's been really helpful in the first half of the year? And then Brad, I'll have a follow-up.
Yeah, I mean, having Travis Kelce in the room is huge. That's why I've always said that I've been grateful for that. And there's a lot, you watch a lot of his film. He's been here for 9-10 seasons. So there's a lot that you can learn from him, whether that's in route running, even in the run blocking game or pass blocking game. So there's been a lot that, he's been able to teach me. He does a great job of watching everyone's reps, even when we're on scout team. So that's been really helpful to have an older guy like that be really tuned into stuff like that.
And then secondly, this is kind of building off of Pete's question, but now that you've made sort of incremental improvement throughout the year, what has necessarily surprised you most, or was there a moment earlier this year when the speed of the game or just the NFL in and of itself was sort of revealing to you?
Yeah, I think it's just every practice and every game, I feel like there's something revealing. I mean, being from college, you had to balance going to school as well as playing football, and here it's just strictly football. So understanding that you need to take the time that you took studying for your classes and your exams and just convert that over to football as a full-time job, that's been really important. And I've kind of felt like I've needed to do that a lot every single week, because it is my job at the end of the day.
Noah, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Brad.